I turned 24 this year, and I don't know, something about it just hit different. Like, I know I'm still young, but there was this moment I just thought to myself, when did this happen? When did I start feeling like time was slipping through my fingers? I've been thinking about this a lot lately. When did I stop living in the moment and start living for the next thing? I mean, somewhere along the way, I started measuring my life in milestones instead of just moments. It's always when I get that job or when I move to that city. Always when and never now. And I think it started early, As kids, the first question adults ask us is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Not, what makes you happy right now? Or, what did you discover today? It's always about becoming someone else and never about being who we are in this exact moment. I remember being a kid and summer felt eternal, like genuinely endless. 3 months felt like 3 years. And now years feel like months. It's been a full year since I graduated college, and I swear it feels like I blinked and 12 months just disappeared. Where did that time go? What was I doing that was so important I missed an entire year of my life? And here's the thing that really gets me. I'm type A, right? I plan everything. I have spreadsheets for my spreadsheets. Goals, timelines, 5-year plans. And don't get me wrong, I think having direction is important. But I'm starting to realize that I've been so caught up in the plan, so focused on the destination, that I'm completely missing the journey. Why does time accelerate as we age? When I was 7, waiting for Christmas felt like torture. Now, Christmas comes around and I'm like, didn't we just do this? I think it's because when we're kids, everything is new. Every day brings something we've never experienced before. But as adults, we fall into these routines, these patterns, and suddenly we're living the same day over and over again without even noticing. When did anticipation replace appreciation? I'm terrified of potential regret. Not regret for things I've done, but regret for things I missed while I was busy looking ahead. I had this recurring fear that I'll blink and suddenly I'm 40, and I'll look back at my 20s and realize I spent them all preparing for my 30s. What if I'm so focused on building my future that I'm missing my present? I was recently reminded of just how short our time here really is. And it hit me. I've been treating happiness like a destination, like a place I'll eventually arrive at if I just work hard enough, achieve enough, become enough. But what if happiness isn't a place? There's this quote that's been stuck in my head. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And I guess that's the cruel irony, isn't it? Right now, things that feel huge and overwhelming won't even matter to me 5 years from now. But the ordinary moments I'm barely noticing, those are the ones I might look back on as the best times of my life. I wonder if the 80-year-old version of me is watching this moment right now thinking, God, she was so young. She had so much time. Why was she so worried about everything? Why didn't she just enjoy it? Right now, in this very second, we are both the oldest we've ever been and the youngest we'll ever be. And that's both comforting and terrifying. I'll never be in my 20s again. I'll never have this combination of no real responsibilities tying me down and endless possibilities stretching out ahead of me. This exact version of myself right now, it's fleeting, but maybe that's not something to be afraid of. Maybe that's what makes it precious. Look, I'm not saying we shouldn't have goals. I'm not saying we shouldn't strive for more, dream bigger, work towards something. I still have my spreadsheets, trust me. But I think there's a difference between having direction and being so fixated on the destination that you miss the entire trip. We've been taught to think of life like this big checklist: graduate, get the job, hit this milestone, achieve that thing. But what if we're so busy checking boxes that we forget to actually live? What's the point of achieving everything you wanted if you were miserable the whole time getting there? I want to push myself to find happiness in the small things, to notice the ordinary moments that seem insignificant now, but might be the ones I look back on as what actually mattered. I want to appreciate being young and figuring things out instead of rushing to have it all figured out. Because here's what I think the 8-year-old version of me would actually say if she could talk to me right now. Stop waiting to enjoy your life. Stop treating today like it's just practice for tomorrow. This is it. This is your life happening right now. So I guess this is me, making a promise to myself to notice more and rush less, to measure my life in moments, not just milestones, to remember that the goal isn't to arrive somewhere perfect. It's to be present for the journey. Because we're not just working towards a life worth living, we're living it right now. And if you're watching this and any of this resonated with you, if you've been feeling like time is slipping away, if you've been so focused on where you're going that you've forgotten to look around at where you are, maybe this is your reminder. Maybe this is the sign you've been looking for. Your life is happening right now, not when you get the job, not when you get promoted, not when you finally have it all figured out, right now. So don't miss it.